Well, here we are. Mackie bashing. We hope. Well, this video will probably go out a few weeks after the football, but the plan was to go home after getting the mushrooms and watch Switzerland beat England, but England won that. And then tonight is England v Holland. So we came out early with the intentions of being home in time for the football. So we've got the mushrooms. Oh, can't be my mackerel lures. Snagged up, no, they're alright. But last night, I've mentioned before, how sometimes in fishing you just get a feeling. You need to act on it. I says to Alex last night, why don't we stop off for some sea trout? We'll fish for the sea trout in a while. And Alex was like, I don't know, might not be enough time to do the catch and cook with the mackerel and home in time for the football. But we'll get up early. And I'm glad we did. It's still often I call things right. But with the tench, thank you very much, Alex. If you didn't see that video, I highly recommend you go back and watch that. Tinker Tales. But here's a wee look at this morning with what yours truly managed to catch. I was somewhat chuffed with myself. So while you watch that, we're going to try and find some mackerel. But it ain't looking good so far. Well, the plan was mackerel, but the conditions as good as this for sea trout.
It's a nice one as well.
Oh, it's off.
Oh, no it's not, no it's not.
Where is the net? Aye, so with conditions are as good as this for sea trout, it's hard to drive past and go for mackerel.
Me too as well.
No. Oh, no.
What have you done?
Weed chaos. That weed is not helping me. That weed ain't helping at all. I think we'll find that's lunch. Happy days. Clyde Bolt. Told you we'd get one. There we go. I do have my permit. It is a legal fish. All above board as we said last year. Just going to take the one, but I think we're going to stay a wee while. But no, with the conditions like this, I know we were planning a wee mackerel, a wee midweek day off work, just want to make the most of it, so it just seemed criminal to drive past our favourite sea trout mark to go and fish for mackerel. And like the tench, I was proved right yet again. I think Alex should start listening to me a wee bit more often.
Well, sometimes.
Sometimes. First fish.
I think we got that there, right at the bottom.
Bit of coloured fish. Couple of nice fillets off that. Grab the 3.
At least.
Watch that big clump of weed.
Right underneath it.
You get your net?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to end up in the road here, aren't I? I'm not being the reason you lose this. I'm getting out the road.
On the lure, so you usually you lose more than you land on the lures.
Single or treble?
Treble. Treble's all the way.
Right, I'm out the road here. I just looked up and seen it rising, then I realised, hold on, that's connected to your lure.
Nice silverfish.
This one will be, no.
Oh, it's off anyway.
What happened there?
Ah, you distracted me. Well, as it turns out, you thought the mushrooms were going to be difficult to find. That was the easy part. Mackerel, the easiest fish to catch in the sea. Aye, right. I say that, we've only been here 20 minutes. But I was really hoping for a couple of fish off the mark, off the bat. It's just such a hit and miss. If they're there, you'll catch them. If they're not there, you ain't going to catch them. Pressure's on. Got some nice mackerel-based recipes there. I really want to try them. Obviously, we've got Gordon's little baby sea trout to fall back on. It's a bit ironic, isn't it? Can't catch a mackerel, but a 4-pound sea trout. No bother. We'll stick at it, and then we'll get a fire going. We'll get a smoker on. We'll get those mushrooms on as well. Always get the mushrooms. But nah, it'd be nice to get a couple of mackerel Nice one. Don't need many, just need, what, 3 maybe? The sea trout is a good backup.
You're welcome.
Still gutted that I lost mine though, that was a cracking fish. Right, let's stick at this for a bit longer. There we go, get a wee bit worried there for a while, but found one, and it's quite a nice one. So I have any special plans for him. And I'm going to get him right on the salt straight away, because there's a wee bit of care needing given to him before we can eat him. But hopefully we'll get a couple more, but that's a good start, because we're starting to get worried there. Oh, it's a wee bit awkward to actually find a position here, but I'll ram myself in between this crack. We got one, eventually. We got one. It only took about an hour and a half. And hopefully we'll get a few more. It's a nice size one, so I'm going to do something a little bit different with this. We were thinking about getting the smoker out, and we've still got it there, and we've still got Gordon's trout. Hopefully we can get a few more and we can get them on the smoker, but this one is sashimi bound. Saba, I think, the Japanese sort of, I don't know, phrase for mackerel sashimi. But here we go. Got them filleted up. I mean, you literally don't get any fresher than that. 5 minutes out of the water, gutted, filleted. And like I said, they need a wee bit of preparation. So we're going to salt them. We're going to salt them for an hour. So I'm going to put loads of salt in there. And what that'll do is it'll just help firm up the flesh a little bit. Help draw the moisture out. So he goes in there. He goes in there. And again, a ton of salt over the top of it. This will get rinsed off. The salt gets rinsed off afterwards. And it's just to get that moisture out of the fish. We'll leave that for half an hour. Rinse the salt off. And then we'll lightly pickle it in some rice wine vinegar. And then slice it up, serve it with a wee bit of wasabi dressing. Some crunchy veg, some other bits and pieces that we picked up earlier on. Right, let's see if we can get another one. Still only one mackerel, but we don't have much time to waste with these guys. We need to get them prepped as soon as possible. So what I've done, like I said, you've seen, salted them for ideally up to an hour, but we're a wee bit short of time, so we went for 30 minutes. Then I've taken them out, rinsed all the sauce off, all the salt off, and kind of dried them. And then in here, mixed up 50-50 sugar and Japanese rice wine vinegar. And I'm just going to use one of these little Ziploc bags. They're quite handy. Going to put the thoughts in there. Pour the mix in. Seal it up. And just let it marinade in that. I'll go skin side, flesh side down, I think. I'll let that sit for, again, ideally, you could do overnight. I mean, I've read a few recipes that say do it for 24 hours, 12 hours, but we'll do it for probably about an hour. And then we should, I've never done it before, but you should be able just to peel the skin off after it's marinated. Slice it up, we'll make it look pretty, make a little dressing, that'll be our starter done. And then we'll turn our attention to Gordon's sea trout, mushrooms, sea trout and mushrooms.
Well, it's a good job I can catch sea trout, because I can't catch mackerel. Now, for what it's worth, Alex caught his on a metal mackerel imitation lure, and I've been using the sink and draw method with a lure at the bottom of some feathers, some tinsely numbers, a few pennies off Amazon. And if you're targeting mackerel, don't do it that way. But the mackerel, probably one of the most underrated, undervalued, overlooked fish that we fish for. They're extremely good for you, I'm told. I absolutely love them. And if you remember last year, spicy tomato mackerel and toast was a bit of a hit. They taste amazing. They fight. If you do hook one, they fight well. And not only that, as we all know, they're great for targeting pike, all sorts of different variations of fish, sea trout, mackerel strips, cod, pollock, anything really. Crab pots, lobster pots, I would imagine. But mackerel, they don't stand a chance. So, Alex has had a couple of decent, matter of fact, a couple of jumbo mackerel there, really nice ones. So I'll pass you over to him and what he's got planned and how he's going to prepare these mackerel, but it sounds amazing. We'll see how we go for there. I'm still going to try and catch a couple.
Well, this wee bit didn't exactly go to plan. We were expecting to come down, nice big bag of mackerel early, get everything prepped. Didn't work that way. So what we've been doing is we've been fishing as we've been trying to prepare the fish. We have got what we came for, which is the main thing. And when you put it all together, it's pretty spectacular. It's stunning. This is food at its best. So we started off the other day in the woods, foraging for mushrooms. So we've got our chanterelles there. There's a few amethyst deceivers in amongst there as well. So that went well, that was great. And then before we came out today, we nipped round to the allotment. We got a few early season greens. So I think what we've got in here are, we've got some spinach, we've got some herbs in there, so we've got some basil, we've got some parsley, some Shiraz, mange two, like a purple mange two.
Mange two, Rodney.
We've got some radishes, some dill, and then we've got some nasturtium flowers, some calendula, some little pea flowers there as well. And we can make something pretty tasty with a lot of it. But we really needed one thing, and we ended up with two. We came for mackerel, we got them. We've got a few of them, or a couple of them, but they're crackers, absolutely stunning. So they're all prepped, as is Gordon's sea trout from earlier on this morning. And I think we're going to cook these ones up today. These are going home. Gordon's going to talk you through his secret smoking recipe. And this is all going to be smoked. So the mackerel's going to be smoked, the sea trout's going to be smoked. This here, however, that is the sashimi that I've been speaking about. It's been cured, it's been marinated, it's been skinned, and all we need to do is slice that up, and we'll add in a few sort of Asian sort of style, Japanese style ingredients, and that'll be our starter. So a sashimi, easy enough for me to say, a sashimi starter. And I think Japanese it's shiba sapapa. I don't know, we'll put it down underneath.
Oh yeah.
Aye. Sashimi mackerel. So yeah, sashimi mackerel. We'll get these smoked up, and we've got the mushrooms as well. So we'll get them fried up and have them on a bit of toast, and maybe make a patty out of one of these. We'll see how it goes. But let's get the shiba saba.
The fish on.
The sashimi. Right, I'm stuck.
I'll not get as fancy as him, I'll just keep it simple, right? So, fire, metal tin as a smoker. Inside that, The last time, if you recall, in the sea trout catch and cook, we used oak shavings from the whiskey barrels from work. But I see a lot of American YouTube channels that do catch and cooks using this combination, and it's applewood smoking chips. So I'm going to give them a bash in the smoker this time round. The one thing I've had my eye on for years, watching, as I say, American YouTubers, one of the ones is Dar Sizzle Offshore, is this Old Bay seasoning. I must confess, I didn't realise I bought the hot one. So Lindsay, do not touch, right? But it smells amazing. So one of them has been marinating, rubbed in it and all, ready to go. So we've just done the one. We split the 2 fillets into 3 sections. So we might have a spare fillet. If that tastes good, we might do another one. So I'm really looking forward to trying this. So once that fire gets down a bit, it's absolutely boiling sitting here. So I'm going to be quick. Old Bay seasoning and sea trout done with applewood smoking chips. Fingers crossed. That is boiling sitting there.
Well, dish number 1, starter, shimi saba with wasabi and soy vinaigrette. Bit of wasabi around there, some pickled ginger, some chilli, some dill, some parsley, some spring onions. I'm quite happy with that. That looks pretty good to me.
Can I get to taste it first?
Now, just let me cast your mind back. It was a while ago now, right? So you might not have seen this video. I believe it was the second video that we ever done on Angling 360. We were out on Your Marks, and I introduced Gordon to mackerel sashimi back then. Have a wee look at this, and we'll see if today's reaction's any better.
Look what he hands me, bloody chopsticks. So the last time, I've got it, I wasn't a fan. It was just straight out the water, straight onto the boat. It met the knife and I tasted it, and it wasn't that great. So we're going to go with a wee bit of pepper, a wee bit of horseradish, and a wee bit of a big bit of pickled ginger. Don't want that much, so we'll move that out of the road. A wee bit of wasabi. No pressure here. Trying to get it all in the one. That's the wasabi. Something was. pickled ginger makes it. The wasabi's going right up my nose, isn't it?
Too much wasabi.
I'm going to dip my chopstick in it, look. I've got to admit. That pickled ginger. What's the grassy stuff?
Dill.
Dill. We've made catching mackerel look hard today. That's because it was hard, that's all didn't catch one. But folk go out and catch bin bags full of mackerel. Look what you can make. A few bits of homegrown produce there. And if anyone didn't pick up on the Only Fools and Horses joke, Monge 2, wasn't it? I never actually knew that's what that was until the day. Well done, mate. What about?
Aye. I finally got it back. I'm just having a bit on its own. That dressing's pretty good. That's sharp. Yeah, just like Gordon said, I mean, mackerel is such an overlooked. No, I heard somebody say on social media a couple of days ago that bait, that's all it's good for. There's so much you can do with it. Alright, this is a wee bit adventurous. Sashimi's not for everyone. I don't know why, because it's fantastic. What I will say though, just on a sort of safety aspect here, if you are going to try this at home, it's always recommended to freeze the fish first. Right, we have taken a wee risk here and we've willingly taken the risk.
Will you tell me?
I told them ages ago. Freezing the fish for a couple of days just limits the chance of any parasites. Now the fish is fresh, it's straight out of the water. The chances are quite slim, but you never know. So there is a risk. But yeah, freeze it first. Then go through the curing process, the salt, the vinegar. You can cure it for a bit longer than we did if you really want to, but when it's as fresh as this, you don't want to cure it for too long. That's a win. I like that. Right,
Get a smoker on
what's
there.
the main course?
So that's the fire pumped down, nice hot, red hot, white hot coals. We've soaked the apple chips in some water, and now we're going to try and fit this in. Do you want more mackerel in?
We'll probably do the trout first and then we'll do the mackerel afterwards. Because I think the mackerel will take a little bit shorter time.
Could you pass me the lid, please? Right at your toe. Right, now what we're going to do this time is time it. 10 to 4.
4 o'clock, I think that we're ready.
You think? 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Okay. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Right, so that's just over 10 minutes. See how we're looking. Oh, it's hot, hot, hot. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. Would you say that's ready?
Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It looks absolutely fan-babby-dozy. Gotta keep that smoking. You happy with that?
Yep, looks good.
Right. Where are we putting it? Apart from the obvious.
Leave it there just now.
Right. I think we should put more wood on. Right. So we just pop some more wood on there so we can get the mackerel and the toast done. So I'm going to try and get this fish out without destroying it. That's the Old Bay seasoning one. Oh. A bit fell off that. Don't worry, I'll get that. Look at that. Flaking apart. I just says to Alex here, I've got a mad wee happy buzz going on. I've just explosions of taste. See that? We were arguing with today with each slice earlier on before we cooked it up. As you can see, we've sacrificed one just to nibble on. It is so, I'm not just saying this, but that, I thought sea bass was the best tasting fish that I've ever caught, cooked and ate. I take that all back. See that? Tell you, even Gordon Ramsay would cream himself having a bit of that. I'm not joking, honestly. Look at just how it just flaking off, look. The smokiness on the outside, and honestly, yeah, no idea how good that is. Anyway, the mackerel's going in now. As Alex says there, if you're going to catch 2 mackerel today, but we had planned, then Alex caught the correct 2 fish. So look at that. The fish lid isn't too burning hot. Slide that over. You reckon maybe 7 minutes this time?
Let's stick with 10.
Stick with the 10. Right, so that's 18 minutes past. On we go. Right, I got another bit of that sea trout. So good. And we'll do a wee fade here, but if you keep filming, Alex. It's not a bad beer. There are other beers available in Scotland. But cheers. I'll never pinch another bit, honest. So that's 10 minutes the mackerel's been on for. Again, you've seen this for the first time, same as us, and it is burning hot. Oh, gosh, smoke. Oh my God, smell that. Hold on, it's burning hot. Jesus. Yank.
Looks good. That'll be smokier.
A lot smokier, isn't it? Get them out and rest.
Mm-hmm.
smoking duty is done. Now that looks amazing.
So, that's smoked fish. Well done, Gordon, that is fantastic, timed perfectly, and it looks and tastes great. But what to do with it, that's the sort of the next step. I'm going to make a patty. I think I'll make a trout patty and a mackerel patty, and then we'll have some creamy mushrooms and a bit of toast, and we can sort of just mix and match between the patties and the creamy mushrooms. A bit of horseradish, maybe a wee bit of mustard in there somewhere, some garlic, some onions, something along those lines. So I think we'll do trout patty with horseradish, mackerel patty, but maybe with some chilli or something like that, so they're slightly different. So yeah, flake that up, bash up in the bowl, add some creme fraiche, a little bit of horseradish, and then we'll serve it with beetroot, because I think smoked fish and beetroot just is a marriage made in heaven. That's fantastic. So aye, let's see how this goes. There we go. That is as simple as food comes. Patties are great. Mash up some fish, bit of creme fraiche, bit of flavourings in any way you want. This is horseradish and lemon with a bit of dill. This one's a little bit of mustard and chilli. This is mackerel. This is trout. Not tasted them yet. I'm sure they'll be pretty good though. So that leads us on to, we need to get some toast on the go. Gordon's put some wood on the fire. A lot of wood on the fire. Get some toast on there and we'll get the mushrooms on the go, and then we'll serve it all up together. Bit of mushrooms, bit of patty. We've got Gordon's Old Bay smoked trout there as well. We'll just flake that up and serve it with a bit of pickled beetroot, maybe a little bit of pickled red cabbage, whatever else we've got kicking about. You still can't catch a mackerel. It's been at it for the last half hour. Nah, they're just not here. They're not here. But what we do have from the other day, our chanterelles, loads of them, and they've dried up quite nicely. I always think it's quite nice to dry these mushrooms off a little touch, just so they're not holding any excess water. But that's what's next. We're going to get them on. I'm going to cook them in a shitload of butter with a bit of garlic, add a little bit of cream, and then we're just going to serve it with a bit of toast, like I said. There you go. So that's those fricasseed, I think they call it, the posh word for it, fried. Take them off the heat. A little bit of cream, they're not too much here, just want to go a little touch like that. Just let it all mingle. Put a little bit of salt in there as well. And we're just going to let that sit while we get the toast on. And then if we need to, we can heat it up a little bit before we serve it up. But as with anything, a bit of greenery is needed. Look at that.
So Alex is hot as we 6 slices of toast. Flip it one way, do it the other way, then turn it inside out, something like that, I don't know. News to me, but we'll give it a go. I can see this ending in disaster. I tried to catch some mackerel, I just can't catch them. Don't know what's going on. But I'm looking forward to this main course. And then aiming time for the old football. Couple of beers. This is a guessing game, isn't it?
There you go, that toast is looking pretty spot on over an open fire. Perfectly cooked. Mushrooms are done. They go in here without spilling them all over the place. And there we have it. Foraged chanterelles, sea trout and mackerel patty, a wee side of some beetroot, some pickled cabbage, a bit of lemon, and some fancy flowers.
Well, Master Chef has done an absolute amazing job yet again. I did pitch in, but I'm dying to try this hot Old Bay rub smoked sea trout, so I'm going straight for that first. Because we nailed it. Oh aye. The old Yanks know what they're talking about. But we couldn't have picked a more uncomfortable place to do this. Oh, it's just kicked us here. Alex's chanterelles on toast. That's quite a good one. Bulk up doesn't help. Oh, yeah, a bit of mushrooms, okay. I was going to say I'll put subtitles up, but they don't understand us either. What else have I to try? What one's what?
That's the trout.
Right, and about the trout. Alex likes all his wee fancy shells for his dishes. For his presentation even. My lip bleeding.
Aye.
Amazing. Smoked mackerel patty. I'm going to put the cameras in so I can get tore in.
Yeah, definitely something to consider next time. Ease of access to the food. I love these mushrooms. Simple, fried up, bit of butter, bit of cream, good bit of bread. Delicately done.
Try the Old Bay.
Oh, aye. I'll try a bit of that.
Get into a bit of that. Make sure you get a good bit with the seasoning on it.
Oh, there's a bit of a kick to that, isn't there?
It is, isn't it? I think it's amazing.
That's great. I love this. Let me try this. It's my patty again, really simple to make. Fresh, light, healthy. Tasty. Love it. Perfect. Let's get it done.
Well, not only is he no bad chef, he even done the dishes while I attended to my dodgy up. I think it's alright now. Well, I hope you enjoyed that one. If the truth be told, it was a tough one. So glad we decided to go for the sea trout, because that sea trout was absolutely big Ross knows what I was going to say there. that sea trout was amazing, so that was worthwhile. The mackerel, I still didn't catch one. I have heard it's been tough going on the old mackerel front. I've seen plenty of posts on Facebook obviously of mackerel being caught, but I just had a funny feeling it was going to be tough. Feathers, lures, just nothing worked out. It's got a couple of crackers which helped out with the plans for today. So we got what we needed at the end of the day. We didn't get a big bucket or a big bin bag full of mackerel, but we needed 2 and 4 fillets. 4 fillets. We got 4 fillets, so we took what we needed. That's all we need to do. We took whatever mushrooms we needed, and we took what we needed for Alex's allotment, and it's all came together, and we've had a lovely meal. And now we're going to go home, get the clogs out, get the beers, and please just don't let anyone get to the final. See you in the next one.